For this one, you'll need your life vests in both senses. So take off that floating device. You won't need it for this trip, but put your best self on. This is called the river of life. And you're a small boat or a big boat, whatever you want to be. But the truth is that, doesn't it feel sometimes that you have been rowing against the current? And doesn't it feel tiring that we have been taught to just continue like the salmon? I'm going to talk to you about the salmon in another one. But to continue pushing and continue pushing and continue pushing until you succeed. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could just let go of the oars and sit back and relax in your life and just watch life happen around you, for you? Well, imagine this in your mind. There is a mountain, and on top of the mountain there's a stream. And the stream flows, of course, down. The river goes down and it ends at the sea, by the sea, in the sea. This is a metaphor that Abraham Hicks uses to teach us about the flow of life and how we are so stubborn, and sometimes we feel the flow of life and we get in our own way. We're too good for our own life, and then we try to make things happen going against the current. There is not one but many reasons why. There is a stream, there is a direction, there is something that is pulling us into that flow. When you're able to feel it, you're gonna recognize it, because sometimes you feel like everything falls into place, like you are being done, like they say, like you don't have to eat, everything's effortless. You're tired and ta-da, there's a bench. You are thirsty and somehow you see a fountain of water, like drinkable water, of course. If you are worried and suddenly you get a call and you get the answer. That sounded funny. It happens. Hasn't it happened to you? Tell me it hasn't. I know it has. More than you would want to sometimes, because then it will tell you that it will give you enough confidence to say that it is true. But it goes against our very poorly, greatly educated mind. In a society for which thriving is effort. Thriving is, you have to burn out yourself. You have to deliver everything. I'm not saying do not make an effort. I'm not saying do not thrive. I'm saying do it in favor of the current. Don't do it against the current. Remind me this when you see me struggling against the current and rowing against the current. I will need it, definitely, because I'll forget. But this metaphor tells us that when we're very young, we are born like, tuk, there's a small boat, sailing boat, on top of the mountain, because the mountain represents where life starts. And we're not going downwards, don't worry, it's not like we're tumbling down. What I mean and Abraham means to say with this is that we're going towards the endlessness, the everythingness. We're going to the future where we become one again. forget, I diverted. But we are born like the river, where the river is born, on top of the mountain, and then we start flowing with the current. And that is why when we're kids, it feels amazing. And everything is joy and happiness and playfulness, and we're just we're just there. We're just living, and we're allowing ourselves to flow without any disrespect for parents or religion or the society. We start to get educated in this salmon race, in this do everything. In even you have to lose yourself to achieve what you want to achieve or someone else wants you to achieve in the worst case scenario. And then that small sailing boat that was having the best of its life, just going with the current, going with the flow, and just parking here and docking there, um, suddenly starts getting trained on how to row and decide which is the next dock or the next destination. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't decide your destination, of course, but don't decide the one that is 30 years back. How are you going to decide what's your next destination that is in front of you? And then if you want to trust the flow of life, there are some destinations that feel more easy, that going there feels more at ease, more enjoyable, more fun. There are some others that feel more difficult, that you feel the resistance. And many of them, it's just because of the waves, and of course you have to stay steady. But many others, especially the ones that some other people have decided for you, for me, for us, it feels like we're never gonna get there. Sometimes we don't even know we don't want to go there because we have inherited those destinations. But the river, the flow of the river, is always trying to course correct us to wherever it is that we should be. It helps us tune into what is best for us and what is the best possible destination. Imagine if that river was a GPS and was gonna tell you, no, no, please don't go there because da 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 da, like there's a hole in the street, or there's a traffic jam, or just if the river of life was trying to tell us, we're trying to tell us, in case there's many of them just coming in, shouldn't we allow ourselves to kind of stop and remove ourselves from the equation, just release those oars and kind of pay attention, where is the river flow taking me? Because we spend our lives docking here, docking there, docking here, docking there, docking here, docking there, and we are just trying to go to places that sometimes are not good for us, and then we find ourselves away from what we want and closer to what we should be avoiding: relationships, work, investments, destinations. Everything is a destination. A love relationship is a destination. A study is a destination. If you're at school, the next term is a destination. But the how, there are many ways to reach a destination. And there is definitely a way, if that destination serves you, a way that it's gonna feel smoother. And our job should be trying to take those oars and row to where the current is more aligned and feels more at ease, instead of just looking back like we humans normally do and just try to sometimes even row backwards. Amazing, right? So Abraham Hicks tells us that if we trust, if we were only to trust that there is a flow, and the flow is never gonna take us back, and the flow is never gonna take us somewhere that it's not worth it, healthier, and um, just better for us and for our own development, higher self, if we were only to trust that flow. And I know you have felt it in many, many moments, instances of your life. If you were to recognize those and just see it and lose the hours and just sit there and enjoy it and allow it to take you where it has to take you. I would order a pina colada for you, virgin pina colada. I will order some snacks and join you in your boat. You come and join me in mine, and we're gonna just enjoy the scenery and enjoy where life takes us. And yes, when there's some waves, we take the oars and we try to go back to the current, to where the current is flowing towards, and we're gonna get places. Life doesn't have to be such a horrible effort. We shouldn't be burning out. We shouldn't be losing ourselves in a job, in a relationship, in nothingness, despair, approval for those grades in the third, fourth grade, fifth, 10th, high school, graduation. We shouldn't be drowning because sometimes our boat even flips over because we're trying to fight life so hard. My invitation to you, get ready, lose those oars, and enjoy. Let's go downwards, let's go deeper,